Well, the internet's decided to be a bitch on me today, so, well, not today, but for the last couple of hours, so I thought I'd do a video. And, well, not a video, but to try to work on this one that I've been wanting to do since I got back yesterday. And what I'd like to talk about is another recommendation or suggestion, a game that I'd like to recommend called Payday 2. And shout out to the Russian Badger because he is the reason that I found out about this game. I've been playing it for a while since I want to say March. Like I found out about it around the time I was in Indiana for my grandpa's wake, and then I got it back. Then I got the game online after I got back from Indiana, and it's more or less fun. It has some stuff I'd like to talk about. It's kind of a shit post to be perfectly honest. Well, it feels like one anyway, but that's neither here nor there. So with that out of the way, well, no, is there anything else I want to say? No, yeah, with that out of the way, I guess I'll get this started. So let's start out with the pitch of the game. You play a bank robber, more or less, or I guess heisters. You pull a bunch of jobs, and you're part of a team. Um, there's a lot of random and weird shit that happens in this game. To describe the team, like everyone has their own code names. Like you have Dallas, Hoxton, Chain, Wolf, Clover, Dragon, Jacket, Bonnie, Sokol, Jiro, Buddy, Jimmy, Sydney, Rust, Scarface, Sangris, Duke, Ethan, Gila, Joy, and Houston. Not to be confused with Hoxton. It's Houston and Hoxton, or Hoxton then Houston. That can be confusing from what I hear. And some of these are actually characters that are in DLC, so not all of these are part of the base game, but yeah, that's about it basically. You do a bunch of stuff that I will be getting into next. Well, not next, but in a bit. Um, and you pull these heists and jobs in various locations with shootouts and a bunch of other stuff that I'm going to save for later in the video. So now I'm going to level with you. There's something very funny about this game that I like. One is everyone in the crew wears masks. And they're all usually custom, but there are a few iconic ones that I thought I would list on here. Five of them you should be seeing on screen, which is Trump, Obama, Nixon, George W, Bill, Bill Clinton. Uh, anyway, now I'm gonna go off the list of other masks that you can get that I think are kind of funny. There's the God Emperor Trump one. Now, you know that meme where you see someone and their eyes are glowing a certain color? That's what the God Emperor one is. That should be on screen. Um, There's a Frankenstein mask, sunglasses, a hockey mask, the Raven, like some custom masks and some ones that are like cultural references and pop cultural references. I like them. Like this is what I meant when I said this game's kind of a shitpost because I mean literally you can wear a Trump mask. That's kind of funny. Actually, no, not kind of. It is funny. I wish there was more like it. But anyway. Now, what are you able to do in this game? As I said, you're heisters, so and some of these things actually happen around the same time as each other in missions, so bear that in mind. You rob banks, break into vaults with piece of shit drills, steal nukes, rig elections, and bear in mind this was before the 2020 election when Biden stole his way in. Raid the Department of Justice, secure drugs. I'm not joking. Get a motorcycle from a biker gang for reasons. Take hostages, cook meth. I'm serious on that one as well. And use a wrecking ball during a robbery. Now you can say what you want about that. I found that kind of epic when I first learned all this. I mean, it's a pain in the ass to do, but still pretty amusing. And well, yeah, that's about it. Um, there are probably some other stuff I forgot to mention in terms of what you can do. And just let me check one thing real quick. Okay, I got more stuff to add later. But actually, you know what? I'll put a 2-for-1 on this slide. Abilities and perks. You can go akimbo, so you can dual wield. You can there's this one ability where you can restart a drill by hitting it. You can persuade a cop to help you, like take the cop hostage, and then somehow through this perk you persuade him to shoot his former friends. And there's another perk, I forget what it's called. I want to say it's either stoic or sociopath, but you can heal yourself by drinking from a flask. I'm not making that up. Okay, on this part you're gonna think I'm bullshitting you. I'm not. Believe me, I'm not. But some of the weapons in this game include a lever-action shotgun. You can get your hands on John Wick's pistol, which is basically a P30L with a compensator. That also ties into a DLC I'll be touching on later. You can make. You ever seen Wanted? You know that Beretta Wesley uses with a compensator? You can make something similar to that. You can customize the guns in this one. You can get a lever Winchester action rifle, a Tommy gun, a CZ75, both normal and full auto, a flamethrower, a saw, a bow and arrow, a crossbow, a minigun, knives, katana, boxing gloves, money, a giant spoon. In case you think I'm bullshitting you or you think you just had a stroke, I'll repeat myself. You can use a giant fucking spoon. Later, a golden one, depending on if you complete a certain achievement. And yeah, if you think I'm bullshitting you on this one, I'm not. I could not make this up if I tried. I'm not that creative. I wish I was. Actually, no. It's not that I'm not that creative. I'm not that bombastic. Like I would never think to put a giant spoon into a game. I'd be like, damn, that's actually a good idea. And actually, I tried to put that in the RPG I'm working on. Like I was just making up a list of weapons to put in the game. A giant spoon ended up being one of them. Granted, this game was actually an influence on the RPG I'm working on, but anyway. You have a wide variety of guns, and the ones that I've listed on this in this particular part, there's more than that. There are assault rifles, submachine guns, machine guns. I think there's a rocket launcher or RPG, the kind you shoot, not the kind you read. Um, There's various types of shotguns. The lever action shotgun is just one of my two favorite. The other one's the John Wick pistol. Not kind of the Beretta with the compensator. And there's like, I think carbines or carbines, however you pronounce it. Lots of good stuff. And you use all of this on jobs. Just be sure to conserve your ammo, because those waves, they come, and they come hard. On the bright side, they drop ammunition, so have fun. And enemy types. Oh boy, are you in for a treat. You have, I believe it's beat cops, who are like the normal cops that you see in day-to-day life who patrol the street. You got them. And they're just the average type of cops, so they don't give you much trouble. Then you have the tasers, who use taser weapons, and when these things hit you, you are forced to fire your gun. You don't have a choice. Your character will start shooting pistols and assault rifles and rocket launchers at random. And they'll say stuff like lightning bolt, or I'm the fucking spark man. And you got medics who say stuff like, I'm here, and I brought drugs. You got the shields who just they're the cops with the giant fucking shields. You got bulldozers who are like the biggest pain in the ass. Like on the image in the center, you should be seeing, they got the skull on his face. That's a bulldozer. Those things will fuck you up if you are not careful or prepared. And you got zeal dozers, which are like bulldozers, but actually no, I'm gonna go back to the bulldozer for a bit. There's actually some more about them, like always aim for the head. If not, you might as well not be aiming at all. And just sit back, relax, and let him show you the 50 states. He also has such memorable quotes as, do you even know how fucked you are? Anyway, continue. Back to the zeal dozer. Zeal dozers are like bulldozers, only much scarier. Very scary. You have snappers, cloakers. Cloakers are like the most trash talk you the most. Like they'll say stuff like, "Now go to the forums and cry like the little bitch you are," or "You call this resisting arrest? We call this a difficulty tweak." And they just jump. They'll just somersault and jump towards you and kick you and beat you with a baton. Now there's police brutality. And last is Captain Winters, who carries a giant fucking shield and is in charge of a phalanx of shielders. And those are the internet types. Now this game comes with some songs to listen to while you do heists. You have the option of selecting a song. I think before the mission goes down, and then it'll stay like that until you change it on the next mission. Or you can just put it on random and it'll be whatever you want. Personally, I'm fond of "I Will Give You My All." That is still probably my favorite song they've got for this game. I mean, it's not my favorite feature and it gets old fast, but I like it. In fact, I don't know if you're seeing it on this list I have on screen. Oh, well, it's sad, but yeah, I just point that out. And it kind of feels techno, which normally I don't like, but with this one I kind of make an exception. You get not that many songs. Anyway. Okay, this is the part I was not looking forward to, but unfortunately with the internet acting wonky, I can't get all the DLC names to give you, so you'll have to bear with me on this one. There are a lot of DLCs. There's for Honor DLC. There's the DLC where you get their sawed-off shotgun and Rusty. That's like the biker game pack. You get what else? There's a John Wick pack. There's some heist packs. Like a lot of DLCs are for this game. So there's that. The ones I mostly got were the biker gang one and the John Wick one, and maybe some other ones that I don't remember. But it's a shitload of DLCs. There's even one involving a goat for some reason. If you're wanting the context, I couldn't tell you. I haven't gotten that yet. I might just do that after I finish Styx, or maybe I'll do it tomorrow when the internet's back to working functionally. But yeah, there's that. Another thing I like about this game is you get to play as John Wick. Like as I mentioned before, there's a John Wick DLC, so that shouldn't be that too surprising. And I said you get his pistol in this game. That's a part of the John Wick DLC, so this shouldn't be too surprising. But you do get to play as John Wick in this game, or a Payday version of him. The downside, you can't do all the cool gun moves, as far as I know. I've never been able to do it, but if you can, please feel free to correct me, even though no one does. You get a rifle from I believe the second or the third movie, and his pistol, and a John Wick avatar to play as. And instead of using a mask, you use sunglasses. And you also get the cool suit he normally wears, so there's also that working for you. Thankfully, no dogs were hurt in the making of this DLC. Okay, final part, closing act. There's some stuff I did neglect to mention. There's also a Scarface DLC. If you have that, you get to raid Tony Montoya's mansion, and I think it's set after he died. And the detail is meh. It has the little figure with the sign that says "The world is yours," and you can pull off a job at the White House. And there's a good and bad ending, but I have no idea how those work because I never looked at that. I was just focused on robbing the banks. I should probably get around to that at some point. But other than that, this has basically just been me suggesting a game and I have a funny feeling I did a piss poor job. But you know what? I thought I would just do another suggestion video to add one more to that new playlist I've made. If anything else, I think it's the humor of this game that I really like, and that like the cops say funny things. There's funny stuff that you do. There's this one heist where you have to steal money plates that are being used to make counterfeit money, and you do it by coming to the guy's house, basically acting like you're a repairman because he has a leaky thing in his house, and it's him and a neighbor who are in on this little escapade that's happening. And I kind of want to say that's it. Well, I want to, but I feel like there's more I should be saying. Um, this game is definitely something I recommend playing with friends. I can never get a matchup on the Xbox One, so that's a downside for me. But this is a game that I think works best when done with friends. At least that's what I like to think. It's definitely fun. I play it whenever I'm trying to think of new ideas for a story. It's definitely been an influence on guns and sorcery, and well, what else? I feel like there's more. Oh, there are certain weird things about certain missions. Like there's another mission where you have to steal drugs that are hidden in presents and put them on a tree. Break the ceiling window thing that you see in a mall. It's like a dome. Break that so they can hook on the tree. And then you have to get the drunk Santa onto the platform connected to the tree that's been connected to a helicopter and then fly off. And then there's a follow-up mission to that where it crashes. You have to make sure the drunk Santa gets to safety, and then you have the option to either leave or collect the drugs that have been lost. I believe is how it goes. And for closing thoughts, I would say this game is 8 out of 10 maybe. Like it's fun. Like it does its job. It's supposed to be fun, and it does that in my opinion. But I think it would be preferable to play this game with friends. And also, I think it kind of helps to not take things too seriously. Like I try not to take the game seriously. I just play it because my mind's already numb half the time. So, but yeah, no. I'm sorry, guys. I know I'm probably doing a piss poor job with this one, but my mind is really in a haze right now. Got a lot of stuff on my mind. But yeah, no. If you want a better recommendation for the game, I would recommend the Russian Badgers videos. I'll probably be putting links to those in the description just for fun because he's a fun YouTuber to watch. I really like watching. Not my favorite by a long shot. He's not on my list of favorites, although he probably should be. But he definitely sold this game for me. And he sold it on the humor, on the missions, on like just the idea of it is what he sold it to me on. And I was like, I don't care if this game bores me. I'm going to give it a shot. I mean, it has a lever action shotgun, for God's sake. That's enough to seal the deal with me. Anyway, I think I'll call it there. I should probably get ready for bed anyway. But yeah, hopefully I'll be able to post this video in the morning. And yeah, have a nice day. Just like play the game for fun, preferably with friends, obviously, because it gets boring if you're doing it alone. Although you can actually pause if you do it alone. Though I will. Oh, there's one more thing I forgot to cover though. There are costumes in this game that I think you can only access them on multiplayer though. So there's like a Joker costume. Like Russian Badger has this one good joke called Joe Obama, where you wear the Joker costume, do a heist, but you wear the Obama mask. And he does this funny voice that actually sounds kind of like Obama a little, just a little. Like we gotta burn down Gotham. It's about sending a message. I know I probably don't sound like Obama, but then again, I'm monotone, and I've never tried to make another voice or do another voice other than this monotone one I do. There's I think you can also make custom masks. There was also this one suit I saw a guy using. It had the Punisher logo on it. I have no idea how to get that. I wish I do. Wish I did because it looked pretty cool. Anyway, well, like I said before, have a nice day, and remember the game was rigged from the start. Oh, and sorry for for the procession of uhs and ums. I know I must be sounding like Obama.